now, 6'1", from Chicago, Illinois, your host for the Give and Go Hoop Show, Low Battle. Happy All-Star Weekend to you. Low Battle, Give and Go Hoop Show. We touch on a few things today, things that I found interesting that I read. I was reading an article by Sean Powell, and he was talking about, the immaturity of DeMarcus Cousin, which I've touched on before. Like I said, everybody knew before he even got drafted that he was a head case. And so all he's doing now is proving the fact that he is a head case. And, he's gotten arguments with the coaches, he's got an argument with the players, he got this. And one of the things that Sean Powell was pointing out was he was saying that, he got the potential and the Kings would hate to give him up, if he turns out to be this star. And then he made some references, he made some references to some other players. One notably in the news right now, Deron Williams from Utah. He was just kind of saying how he's, they gave him the max contract, and when you do that to players, then you basically giving them keys to the kingdom, so to say, and they're running the team at that point. And he said, and that's what gives them the opportunity to yell and scream at the coach. And he said Karl Malone did it. It was the same thing. He had run-ins with Sloan, and and then he kind of even referenced way back to Chris Webber, back when he played for Golden State, saying how he had run-ins with Nelly. And then, but back then, coaches took charge, and Nelly traded Chris Webber, and Golden State didn't make the playoffs for the next 18 years. Well, people ask me a question: do you just care if your team make the playoffs, or are you seriously interested if they are contending for a title? Or what's your priority? I'm wondering, because Nelly traded Chris Webber, and from the last time I checked, Chris Webber didn't win a championship. Who knows? Maybe I'll sleep that year. But let me know if he won a championship with any team that he was playing with, and was he a significant use? Is Chris Webber? I like Chris Webber. He's a good guy. He's one of my favorite NBA players of all time. But at the same time, that should serve as an example. Karl Malone didn't win a championship either. You got to realize that you got to put your team together with chemistry. And if you got one player and you're going to give him a max contract for the simple fact that he is good don't get championships. Getting yourself a couple of franchise players, as I said it before, and some good players surround them with some great chemistry is what gets you championships. And so, I think it's time owners come to the reality that, hey, good gets you fans in the seats. And I know it's all about that bottom line, but good ain't never got you championships. And to be honest, if they really want to take charge, they can start doing things like taking care of DeMarcus Cousins, send that fool down to the D-League for about 2-3 weeks and stuff, and let them, maybe see how, people who are hungry to get in the league, how they play every day, and who wasn't, blessed with their, max contracts and all of this stuff. Because that's what you do with kids. If they're not ready to move to the big league, then you leave them in the same grade they was in. And maybe he should have stayed in Kentucky one more year. So that's basically all I got to say about that. Then I was stopped today. Someone asked me, point number 2 here. Who's the best point guard, Derrick Rose or Rajon Rondo? And they, so I stopped and I thought about it for a minute, and I said, I don't know. It depends on what you want to clarify as best. Rajon Rondo is excellent at setting his team up and making sure that they get their shots in the right position, and I guess that's what you want a point guard to do. But at the same time, I guess when I had to break it down best, and I wasn't being prejudiced because I'm from the south side of the shot, but I had to pick Derrick Rose because I was like, okay, he's averaging, about 8-9 assists or whatever, a game. But I guess if you looked at it when it came down to playoff time, if Celtics had an off night, or they wasn't scoring a lot of points, or Ray Allen wasn't on, or Pierce wasn't on, or whatever, could Rajon score you to a win? And my answer is no, he couldn't. So he's an excellent point guard, but I would think if you would have to qualify which one of the two are the best, at this particular time I have to give Derrick Rose the nod on that because he's put in the work, and his jump shot was weak when he first came in the league, and he went and worked on it. So then you have to ask yourself, who been in the league? Ray John came in the league, and his jump shot is weak too, but it doesn't look like he's been putting in the work. Yeah, he's matured, and he understands the point guard position, and he knows to distribute the ball. But if he really was trying to strive to be better, I would think that he would have put that same time in and tried to, pull up his jump shot to the point where now that makes him like the most awesome threat in the NBA, because this dude is dishing out, 10 plus assists guaranteed every night. And if you back off of him, it's guaranteed that he's going to make the shot. So right now, like I told the dudes who stopped me, I said, hey, I'm going to have to give it to D Rose, and to Ray John get a jump shot. So that's basically where I stand on that. And the last point let's talk on here is Blake Griffin. I mean, they pumped this dude up, and they look at him, and he's Blake Griffin alert on SportsCenter and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? There's some little subtleties about Blake Griffin that I just really like. And there's one little tiny subtlety, and the next time you're watching their highlights on SportsCenter and things like that, and Blake dunk on somebody, or he do some freakish thing, or whatever the case may be, look at his face. Dude is always smiling. He is always smiling, which shows me that he takes basketball serious, but he is having fun. I haven't seen nobody smile on the court from their plays and things that are happening in the midst of the game since like Magic Johnson. I mean, and that's a good quality that probably needs to come back, to the league where, okay, I know it's a business and I know that's your job, but what happened to having fun? And it looks like Blake Griffin is definitely having fun. I don't know if he's going to win the slam dunk competition unless they put that center out there from New York that he freaking posterized. But other than that, hey, kudos to Blake, because old boy is doing his thing, but at the same time, he's having fun, and you couldn't ask for more. So, until after the All-Star break, no, I'll probably talk to you before then, but I want to, hey, y'all, your jump shots hit the bottom of the net. Life, love, and hoop forever. Peace. 5 years of fun.